Poker Edge can be fully customized by creating filters, using the Auto Rate Manager, and using the HUD Manager to create custom profiles. First, let's take a look at the filter settings. The filters will let you set how narrow or broad the data will be when using the heads-up display. Use the slider to change your filter settings for quick changes of your filters. You can set it to narrow, medium, broad, or no filters. You can see the details of each preset on the right. For example, broad filters will show data on a player from all stake levels, all game types, and will calculate the data from the last 180 days. On the opposite end of the spectrum, the narrow filters will only show data from the same stake level as the current table, only corresponding game structure as the table, and will base data on the last 30 days for a player. Let's click on the Custom Filters button to access more options for customization. Once you are here, you can set custom parameters for the blind level filter, the time frame, structure, and more. After applying your changes, the filter will show as custom. If you wish to change back to a preset, simply click on the default button. The Auto Rate Manager will allow you to change what makes up each player type and then configure your own custom player types. When using the default profiles, there are different auto rate rule sets defined for full tables, short tables, and for the heads-up tables. You can see that the auto rate rule set for full tables applies to cash, tournaments, full ring games, and all game types. On the auto rate icon rules, you can see each player type and what defines each type. For example, the Maniac player will have a pre-flop raise percentage greater than 20%, an aggression factor of greater than 2%, and a VPIP of greater than 35% on full tables. If you want to change these parameters, you can by changing the values or adding a new requirement to this player type. If you would like to add another player type, you can click on the Add button and then configure as you choose. The HUD Manager allows you to customize what is shown on your heads-up display. You will see by default your HUD will stay consistent for all game types. You can add multiple HUD rule sets to apply to different game types as well. As you can see, you can customize what shows up on each HUD state. The HUD will change automatically based on each state so that you get the most relevant information possible. Each of the tabs represents the stats that you will see on each state. As you can see, the default HUD configuration for preflop shows the player rating icon, the bottom line graph, betting actions, VPIP, preflop raise percentage, 3-bet, and the fold versus 3-bet stat. If you would like to add a stat, such as cold call, simply select cold call and press the plus button. You can also rearrange the order of the stats on your HUD with the black up and down arrows. You can customize your HUD for each state and also for the custom state, the table summary, and the pop-up. All of your filter settings, auto rate settings, HUD settings, and more will be stored under the umbrella of the profile. By default, there are two preset profiles, beginner and expert. Each of these will have different settings. You can add new profiles, delete profiles, export profiles for others to use, or import profiles that others have shared with you. Create your own profiles with custom filters, notifications, player types, and custom HUDs for the ultimate in customization, and share them with your friends.